Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this. Another day. It's gray, wet, slimy, and cold, and it's raining. So it's typical Washington weather. Even though it has not been as wet as it usually is this summer. All the lawns were dead instead of green, and normally it rains. But, it's global climate change. The whole planet's changing fast, so who knows what's going to happen. Yesterday, I talked about my fears of, like lack of not being able to do maintenance on things. So if I get if I got a trailer and all that, and I've talked about how I don't know what to do and all that. Part of a lot of what I don't know what to do is the fact that I'm now single again. I don't have my wife to help me think, and I don't think well. My alcoholism made it so I don't think well, and my fibro really makes it so I don't think well. And when I try to concentrate to think well, I get a bad headache, and that makes me really sleepy. And that's a big bunch of problems. Coupled that with, I do not have a history of being able to make good decisions. Not ones like, gosh, I've got to buy food or I've got to buy vodka. Vodka it is. Not that sort of bad decision, but the sort of thing is like, gosh, I need to do something for a vehicle. There are 3 options in front of me. One of them is good, one of them sucks, one of them is neutral. I don't know what the differences are. No one is here to help me make a decision. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And then it's come up by luck, good, or more likely that has happened. It's been like, oh God, that was the wrong decision entirely. So that's my problem now. Is sure, I could easily go with my brother-in-law's suggestion and buy the trailer that he's come up with. He doesn't necessarily have my best interest in mind. Oh yes, and as just a really, really quick aside, there's only 2 places in town that you can park an RV or a trailer. There are parks that you can do that. Unfortunately, the place where I live has a huge methamphetamine and heroin problem, to the point that every single day in this really tiny town, it's a small little nugget of a town, and we don't even have a bowling alley. There's one theater in town because a family owns the theater. And it's that small, it's tiny, and they're raiding meth houses every single day. Meth is a huge problem here. Both of the places that you can park your trailer and to live in, the trailer parks in town, massive meth nests. They're always getting broken into and stuff stolen. If you look like you have any kind of thing that you own, it's stolen so that somebody can shoot up. I don't want to move into a park where I've got to disguise my house so that it looks like another meth trailer, because otherwise they're going to break in and steal my stuff time and time and time again. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I don't have anyone to bounce it off of. I've just got my own flawed brain, and I don't know if that's the right thing. Itchy spot on my arm, sorry about that. My friends are both very young, just turned 21. Months back. They didn't just turn 21 yesterday or anything, months back. But they're young. And so they don't have any of the experience of age in what to do. They've got the ideas, but a lot of their ideas are the shallow ideas of youth. And even with my damaged and incorrect thinking, I can look back at some of the things they're saying and go, that's not a good idea. I've lived through that. But you can't just jump in and say stuff because, number one, it's unasked for advice. Advice is rarely taken even when asked for. So I'm not going to jump in and say stuff, because that, they also have the headstrongness of youth and all that. So they've got ideas, but I don't know what to do. They're not the best ones to bounce my ideas off because of the issues I just spoke of. My brother-in-law is not the best one to bounce the ideas off of because he has his own agenda, not necessarily my best interests in his agenda. So I've got no one to bounce my thoughts off there. I've just got the internet, and that's a lot of tiny voices coming back this way instead of just one voice, which a person sitting next to me. So that's my problem now. I mean, I make plenty of decisions all the time, and thank goodness I've got people around me to go, whoa, and then go, now let's think about that. It was like A to B, and it's like, oh God, you're right. Thank you. Way too often, if from small to large decisions, I've come across where if I don't have someone to bounce it off, it's going to be the wrong choice. But there's no one to bounce it off. And I am terrified of making the wrong decision, because at this point, with my decision-making skills and my damaged brain, the odds of my making the correct decision on my own are about 1%. Otherwise, it's just blind grabbing and hoping. And the people that I have to bounce the ideas off of aren't going to be able to really... I mean, my brother-in-law with his agendas, I don't know. My friends with their youth and inexperience and their agendas, not a bad agendas, they're looking out for me too, but the inexperience of youth. So I just that's my problem right now, where I am, what I'm looking at, what I'm seeing, what's making my head want to explode is I don't have anyone really to talk to find out what's the right decision. I'm having to try and make decisions on my own with my knowing through experience that when I make decisions, it's not a good outcome a large percentage of the time. That's why my wife was the person that was in charge of thinking. That's why, thank goodness, my friends have been around when I've been having money at a time when it's like, oh, I want to get this, oh, I want to get that. Stop and think, oh, you're right, no, you're right. So, my friends don't want me to get a trailer. They want me to get a house, rent a house. The only way they can rent a house is if they go through and rent a house to them. Only one of them has a job. The other one doesn't. Both of them tend to look at things as, and I understand it, but his view is, unless it's a clear, straight shot to something, no matter what the distance is, if there's even the slightest bobble in the way, he's done with it. He's done. He's finished. He doesn't even want to start. There's going to be a problem, forget it. He's done. And if you try to talk to him about anything more, he's just going to get pissed because he's finished with it. He doesn't even want to discuss it. So when I try to bounce ideas of, hey, should I get this kind of bed? It's like, well, it doesn't fit in here now. No. Well, yeah, but I'm going to have to move somewhere else, so I need a bed. I need to sleep, so that idea doesn't work. Is there an idea we can bounce around? And so... I am lost and alone and confused and frightened. No matter what decisions I make, it's going to be the wrong one. And all I can do is hope that I'm not going to be too hosed at the end. My wife isn't here to be smart for me. Yeah. Hopefully I'll edit this part out. But no matter what, I am going to go on to this part that I like to do, and that is where I thank people for their comments. And, pardon me, I'm just little skin oils in my eyes. Obviously, I'm not just wiping my eyes because I'm about to cry like an infant because I don't know what to do. The loss of my wife crippled me hard. Nicole Alejandra, thank you so very much for your comments. Oreo Stud, I do like your people's usernames. They're a lot better than a lot of the usernames I've come up with during the past. I've never come up with anything good, so thank you very, very much. And, oh wow. That's like the, whatever that thing, like the tilde, X tilde, shadow 193. Thank you so very much for your comment. And Distant Memories. Ah, that's a nice username entirely. Thank you so much for your comment. That's a good username. Daniel Gomez. I do not know if I reacted, shouted you out before. I think I might have, but again, thank you so very much for your comment. IJT Gaming. Thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. D Guy 32. Thank you for your comment. Again, I'm not reading them, so I'm saying thank you. You could be wishing death upon me and my children, and I don't know that. I'm just thanking you for a comment. So I'll be reading the comments after. I try my best to read and answer and thumbs up, and I try to interact as much as I possibly can. I spend a lot more time in the comments than I really should, but I try. So thank you very much. And Era, E-R-R-A, thank you so very, very much for your comment. Gavin Gardner, thank you. And Sonay 1991, S-O-N-A-Y 1991, thank you so very, very much. And then there's Daniel Armenta, thank you for your comment. Again, I don't know what the comment is, but still. Nate Shakur, I think you're Nate, that's how it be pronounced. That's how I pronounce it anyway. Again, if I mispronounce your usernames, no disrespect is intended. I have trouble with names. I would mispronounce my own name if I didn't know how to pronounce it, and my name is easy. So, no disrespect is intended. At least I'm trying. Andreas Berra. Whoops, is that 12? Yeah, 12, let's say. And Jimin's High Note in House of Cards. That is a heck of a username. And thank you very much for your comment. Don't even know what it was, but thank you. Federico Herce, H-E-R-C-E. Thank you very, very much. And VNIEVES 82. Thank you very much for your comment. Greatly appreciated. I don't know what the comment was, but still, thank you very, very much. And Ty Briones, thank you very much for your comment. Greatly appreciated. And Zach Beck, thank you very much. Again, I'm not reading the comments. I'm just reading the names, but thank you. And Cool Flame, thank you very, very much for your comments. And now this is spelled M-U-Z-I-C. That's strange. Thank you very, very much for your comment. That is 20 names. I'll do just 5 more. Like Volt 15. Thank you so very much for your comment. And go to the next page. And The Mober. Thank you very much for your comment. And Emperor Palpatine. Thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated. Danny loves Sin. It's a S-I-N-N. It looks like either a capital O or a 0, and then H, Sino, I'm assuming, but still. And Sid Barrett, S-Y-D-B-A-R-R-E-T-T, obviously named after the late and great Sid Barrett, one of the originals of Pink Floyd, who lost his mind and life in an asylum. But until that time, he was a very, very brilliant, creative man. Just a very tortured man at the same time, unfortunately. Now that I've done that, though, what I also like to do is to give greetings, not greetings, why do I do that? Well, it is greetings, really, to everybody in their home language. Home language? Kinda, yeah. So I start off by saying, Bom dia, diagwit, labrit, ahanyo Jean Dobry, or less formally, Chest, Terrahomakost, Barilus, Gomarias, Buenos Dias, Diadit, Bereda, Yorigelt, Matneva, Bonjour, Dobre Utro, Bokertov, Buna Dimanata, Kamusta, Gomorgan, Nihao, Privyet, Guten Tag, Kalimera, Bonjour, Dobre Rano, God Morgan, Labos Ritas, Labdien, Mesa Olheli, Merhaba, and of course go forth and have the crack, because one day I'm going to go put the Dutch and Swahili greetings in there because I haven't done that yet. I'm so sorry. I have not felt good over the past couple days. My friend is coming down with the cold. I think I was coming down with something first because I started dragging like 2 days ago. Yesterday I was really dragging. Today I'm not feeling good at all. I'm not actually sure how many videos I'm going to have done today. So, thumbs up on that. Well, you now hopefully understand why some of my fears about what's going on in the beginning, even if you can't understand the frame of mind where you know that decisions you make 9 times out of 10 are wrong. They are bad decisions. Your thinking processes are wrong. So, and I don't have anyone to bounce stuff off of to try and get, I don't have a sounding room. I don't have anything. I don't have anything but my own thoughts to make up my mind on. And my mind has shown me time and time again that when I think I'm coming up with a great idea, 9 times out of 10, it is the worst possible thing I could have done. So, I don't know. But you take care. Have a great day. Hopefully I've got some stuff this afternoon. I sure hope. So you take care. I will see you on the flip side. Whether that flip side is later today or tomorrow, I don't know. We shall see. So you take care. And have a better day than I'm having. So take care.